All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back and ready to go. Cursed Hollow, map number 2, going to be coming into this as Virtus.PRO looking to solidify their lead and win. Sitting 1-0 right now over LGA Esports, but coming into this, LGA picking Cursed Hollow for their matchup. They didn't get the first pick, but as this is their map choice, we are hoping that they got something up their sleeves because they got to redeem themselves out of that game number 1. It just didn't go their way whatsoever. Last round, they had an Uther first ban. We'll have to see if they're going to mend that here a little bit, but Virtus.PRO saying, all right, we're going to take out your Vala. Vala was the first pick from LGA, and it looked like Virtus.PRO will acknowledge that it was kind of their best way to go in that last one, but LGA is going to stick to their guns, and they're going to say no more Uther this round. It's draft number 2 is now well underway.
Yeah, when you pick something like Ball's not a bad hero, right? But not first pick worthy. You never see even come close to first pick. When a team does value Vala that strongly, it's a comfort pick. So denying it is really, really smart. Of course, LGA committing to that Uther ban, they really like that style. But Virtus.PRO getting the oh so powerful Zeratul.
Now, if LGA actually does want to follow through with this and once again try to force Virtus.PRO into that Lily, this has to be, a Malfurion or a Rhaegar right here. Because this is their only pick phase before that next set of bans. And if they don't pick it, then Virtus.PRO will still actually have the opportunity to try to, grab that support. I'm not saying that they will, I'm not saying that they won't, but I'm curious to see if LGA will still try to commit to that style of forcing the opponent to play.
Well, there's going to be that Abathur pick up from LGA Esports. Would be really surprised if we didn't see that Leoric follow up. Abathur Leoric, so strong, so annoying to deal with. But we'll have to see what they end up wanting here. Cursed Hollow, really, really annoying to deal with this, the map soaking, the global pressure you can have on Cursed Hollow, especially when your team does get a curse. Abathur is so strong on this map.
Well, if they are going to do the Lyric, they got to kind of figure it out soon. The time pool is now going to be starting to tick down. It will actually be the Johanna instead. So Virtus.PRO, again, this is something to be said. With that Uther's second ban, LGA did leave the floor out to Zeratul. And of course, that's going to be a very quick pickup here from Virtus.PRO. And now that you see the Zeratul and now that you see Johanna Abathur, there's almost nothing to stop Virtus.PRO from going forward aggression. Because again, there's no Uther for the disengage. The big one right now is going to be Johanna. I mean, Abathur's not really going to be able to peel too much, and if he gets caught, well, he's a dead little slug himself. So Virtus.PRO, I think, is feeling really good so far in the draft again.
Yeah, they're definitely getting 3 high priority picks here. You have the Jane, you have the Zeratul and Rhaegar, both oh so very strong here. I like that they locked in that Rhaegar, of course, before the ban phase, and we'll see what LGA wants to end up taking out. That they've still have damage options they can deny. They still have a warrior potentially if they want to make sure Virtus.PRO doesn't get that Leoric again if they don't plan on running. But they're gonna go ahead and ban out that Muradin.
So okay, yeah, all right. So that makes a little bit of sense because Johanna's already picked from LGA. They do want to try to limit the double warrior potential or any warrior potential, I suppose, at that point. And now Virtus.PRO, they are actually, did they turn this around? Yeah, Virtus.PRO totally turned this around on LGA with that Uther ban out and then the Rhaegar. There goes the Malfurion, which means LGA is now, it is their time to be playing this Lily. And I'm not entirely too sure they're going to be comfortable with that.
Yeah, it's just interesting draft decisions coming out from LGA. Not predicting that. Maybe they're comfortable with Lily, though. We've seen at least in the NA scene, Cognitive, they have willingly accepted the Lily, forcing themselves onto it multiple times. Actually, in the Road to BlizzCon July. So we'll have to see if that's what LGA's plan is, how they're going to adapt to this. Right now, they're really low on damage. Abathur, of course, provides a utility. It provides a little bit of extra burst whenever you're on, a melee assassin or a warrior. But with just the 2 picks they have, they definitely need to open up that damage path, where they're not going to be able to kill anyone through the Ancestral.
All right, so last round we saw Tychus. Be curious to see if that's, again, a kind of a bigger comfort pick for them. They do have the Johanna this time, so, I mean, their front line is looking a little bit better than that ETC that we saw in the last round. Here comes Tyrande. And, Vala's out. Tychus is still available. I mean, we have a lot of DPS still available. Sylvanas, Kael'thas. Well, okay, Kael'thas right there. Sure. I'm not entirely too sure I was going to see that from LGA. But if they didn't pick it, Virtus.PRO, remember, if you're against a Lily, you don't want to take auto attackers, right? You want kind of a bit more of those ability heavy. I was going to say, if LGA didn't have it, Kael'thas could actually be a big pick for Virtus.PRO, and then the way they have the double mage and a Zeratul for the setup.
Yeah, and we've seen it in effect a lot of times. The Zeratul Kael'thas, you get that big 3-4 man VP, and then you follow up with a Flame Strike post 16. It's devastating. So you have to be very careful of that. Kael'thas, Tyrande, Abathur, I'm not too happy with this composition. The Tyrande Kael'thas Realm Squad might be able to pull something off, but it's just not too much damage in the early game for, hoping that you can last till 16 versus a Zeratul. Oh, wow.
They're forcing him into Brightwing.
There's no way. You just go supportless at that point and only have Tyrande as your half support. There's no way you play Brightwing.
What if Virtus.PRO takes Battlewing here? You would have to go. You're forced out of it then.
That's full troll. There's no way.
Well, again, if you are gonna, so we were thinking that they were gonna be up against the Lilies, so you want those ability heavy. Well, the Lilies, primary attacks are Cloud Serpent and Blinding Wind, which are basically ability forced into at that point. So Virtus.PRO really just kind of taking advantage of the huge drafting mistakes I think of LGA.
Yeah. Will they be? And it's the Abathur makes everything worse right now, right? It's you don't have great damage. You don't have anyone to put it on. So when you're forced, like say they are forced into playing Brightwing, right? That's almost no damage coming out from LGA. You have KT at 16. You have the damage that Tyrande can do, but it's not much at all. It's really scary right now for LGA Esports and Virtus.PRO. They could pick whatever they want in this last pick. They could pick another damage. If they wanted to pick Brightwing, I think that's fine. I mean, if they do go Brightwing right now, if they went anything right now, how is LGA supposed to get a kill pre-16?
Well, it's something to be said. I mean, we've seen the rise of Zagara. We've seen the rise of Nazeebo. They're very big picks these days, at least in the last few months. And you don't see them anywhere here in this draft. No priority on Zagara, no priority on Nazeebo. Tassadar is going to be the one to come out here from Virtus.PRO. So we're 2.5 support for just the Jaina, for just that Zeratul. The drafts have gone a little wacky here, Zoya.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the weirder drafts I've seen. Leave it to my first time casting EU for this to happen, right? This is a great.
Your very first time casting EU? Not your very first. You've done EU before.
I mean, I've cast EU a long time ago, but that was alpha, beta. So this is the more recent time, I guess. So not my first time, but there's the Brightwing. Yeah, it's just even if you go battle Brightwing, how are you supposed to get a kill with this composition? It's really scary for LGA. They're gonna have to pull out some weird stuff. Because you have so much sustain coming out from Virtus.PRO. You got the double heals. You got the Tassadar shields. Even if you catch Jaina in a terrible spot, let's just say Tyrande Jaina do end up getting that pick on Jaina. How do they kill him? If the team's there to support her, it's just there's so much shields. And all of this is good damage still. Lili, we saw the Water Dragon build. I'm expecting that again. We have Rhaegar, who's the highest damage support in the game. Zeratul and Jaina, of course, we've seen their burst. Tassadar still does good damage. This is just a really good draft from Virtus.PRO against whatever LGA was doing.
So, crazy thought. Virtus.PRO is going to go Bloodlust. Zeratul, Tassadar.
You could, yeah.
I think you absolutely could. Yeah,
I definitely see that happening.
Wouldn't that be something? Your first day back to EU and we go Bloodlust comp.
If you're gonna do Bloodlust, is despite the blind from Joanna, this is a good comp to do it against because what's gonna kill you? Pre-16.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, sure. We have the threat of the Kael'thas, but there's very little to combo with the Abathur. He's going to be on Johanna's head, I suppose. The only melee available. The Split Soak will be okay, but I mean, even Virtus.PRO could even give up the first 2 tributes, go for a massive experience lead, hunt down the slug a little bit, and just absolutely get to 10 first and just snowball from there. That was what we saw in game number 1. It could absolutely happen here in game number 2. It's kind of crazy to think that these comps are going to be our first games of the day. Thanks so much, EU. But, loading in. I'm excited to see what we're about to see.
Yeah, I'm pretty hyped as well. This is going to be a really fun game. We'll have to see. You can't count out LGA completely. Abathur is always going to be really good on this map. You can never sleep on Abathur. And if they do hit 16, then there's not that big of a lead as we saw last game. Then we have a good chance. There's a chance, right? There's a chance that they
There's always a
pull
chance
this game together.
There's always the chance. Just before we load in, guys, as a reminder, we are doing a Steel Series giveaway. Tweet us with your Hitbox username and use the hashtag Stormgrounds in your tweet. If you want to join the Stormgrounds giveaway powered by Steel Series, you can enter the raffle for a Steel Series Sensei Raw or Steel Series QCK mousepad. They look pretty sexy in their photos, and you guys can be rewarded just for watching and supporting Hitbox and the Stormgrounds themselves. So, get pretty hyped for that one, guys. Go win yourselves some free stuff as we jump into the game here momentarily. It's going to be a crazy day. I mean, not only do we have some funky drafts already, Zoya, but we still got Team Kingwin and Puchek, and then the winner of that versus the winner of this, just to round things off. A lot of chances to see some more wacky stuff today.
Yeah, we've got a really good lineup of games today. All best of 3, I believe. So get hyped about that, guys. Now, Cursed Hollow is the battleground here. We've talked about it, how the Abathur's powerful on it. Looking at the composition from Virtus.PRO, they've got pretty good wave clear. Rhaegar really good at clearing waves with the lightning shield. We have Jaina and Tastar also really good wave clear as well. Zeratul and actually not as bad as people make them out to be for wave and clear. So for dealing with the map, they're also in a good spot as well. They also have really good delay for tributes. You got the Task Storm, you got the Oracle that helps see when people are coming. Lily Blind actually really good as well. They've got so much poke. It's just like you have poke. The only thing you don't have is a hard engage, which I guess VP fills that role. So no, real tank, I guess, is all they're missing, clearly.
Yeah, that is something to notice. It is a warriorless comp from Virtus.PRO. And the only other team I've ever seen kind of run warriorless is 2Arc. Can you think of any other team that had kind of thrown that to the wind? I mean, Korea has gone even as far as triple tank.
I mean, there's been a few times in the NA meta we've seen the tankless Illidan comps where you just go keep the Illidan alive, but
which I think still was
fills
2Arc.
the role as a tank. So even then, I wouldn't call that pure tankless, but 2Arc has done comps without even Illidan before, where they just go 3 range assassin, a support, and a half support, or stuff like that. So this is not something we see very, very often.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. Virtus.PRO just kind of chuckling to themselves, I'll bet, at this point. So, who's going to be the more offensive? Will Lily go into, Cloud Serpent build? Will we see a Blinding Wind build? Will she be the healer, so to speak? Will Rhaegar go into, Shadow Wolf? And, I don't think you can go focused attack at 7 anymore, or follow through at 7, but, are we going to see a bit more of an aggressive Rhaegar?
I mean, I don't know what Virtus.PRO is doing at all at this point. They've got their own game plan. They went Water Dragon game 1. They could go Bloodlust here. We could see like you said, the full aggression. Get the auto attack lightning shield talent level 1 to help Zeratul burst people down. There's just so much weird things that they could bust up. But we are loading into the game, Sean. It's going to be again game number 2 here on the left hand side of the map. It will be Virtus.PRO, BKB, Andy Landy, Kunachin, Quebeccha, and then Unstable, rounding out this team in the blue.
Unstable with 2 N's. What a badass.
Yeah, that's when you know you've made it. When you spell your name like that. That is how you know. But on the right-hand side of the map is going to be LGA, Esports, Kasami, Deacon, Franz, Vera, Rosso, and then, of course, Katsuru on that Brightwing. Brightwing, man. That is a hero I have not seen in a long time.
Oh, come on. You've had, not even in, quick match?
Nope.
Not
that's
even
how dead. That's how dead Brightwing is. You don't even see her in quick match, man. It's been so long since I played against a Brightwing. Now we do have Andy Lenny getting some light aggression. Joanna Abathur super tanky. There comes the stun from Verasoso, and a good gravity lapse coming out from Franz. Not able to quite secure that kill on the Andy Lenny, but there's an immediate teleport from Katsuru. A good condemn knocking up BKB. No kills secured, but a really good aggression coming out there from LGA Esports.
It's kind of what you need to do. You need to try to aggress, use out as many hard CCs as you can to try to, single down somebody here. Because Virtus.PRO, they're split right now. I mean, they're not a 5-man death ball whatsoever. So if we can get some of these picks, LGA, they'll be feeling much better coming into this. So I definitely think that going in for a lot more of that aggression early will do better for LGA. I don't know if it'll go them ahead, but it'll definitely do better.
We do see that both lanes all lanes are being soaked right now. We'll have to see how the Roam squad is going to be. Zeratul, Jaina Roam, which is super scary. You got the body block when you blink in. You've got the slows coming out from Andy Landy. But we do see the dismount on Kuni-Chen. He takes a tower shot, does get in front of the Joanna. The unstoppable has happened, but Blizzard should not. Oh, it does get ended up saved by Kasami with that Abathur shield. Really, really well done from him, saving his teammate's life. And no kills so far in this game.
But Kuni-chan is, roaming around with that Zeratul. He is also for a seasoned marksman, so he needs to try to get those takedowns. He needs to try to be there for a lot of those creeps in order to start getting big value out of that one. Is it me, or is Lily actually not deciding what to do level 1 yet?
She has not talked to the talent yet. No, she has not. But it was the... Okay, so they are doing fun stuff. They did go the empowering charge on Rhaegar to get that auto attack damage, which is just awesome. We've played around with that ourselves with the Butcher, and it's just like a fun talent that's really cool. It's nice to see that. We do see seasoned marksman as well. We do not have any kills just yet, but the first tribute is spawning. Abathur mines are everywhere to help dismount. Deacon coming in here to attack BKB. He's actually getting pretty low, has to use the phase shift. The Lunar Flare does not end up connecting. The blind fall up happens. Zeratul going straight in onto Varus, so the Storm Blink Forward does end up happening. That's going to be first blood for Ronda going to fall in this game. They're going for Joanna. The Abathur hat doing a lot of damage to Kuni-chan, but he is going to end up backing out both of them, and really looks like she should get a free cap here. Will the Abathur mine be enough to deny it? It was there just in time.
So, I mean, a little bit of first blood going back and forth, but Tribute actually kind of still going around. Unstable is having a heck of a time with those Abathur mines.
Yeah, now Deacon is up here to dissuade him. He's forcing him back. Abathur had Joanna going to be enough to disengage the lead. At the same time, a gank on Brightwing in the top lane. That's going to secure second kill of the game for Virtus.PRO, and that's going to deny soak up there. Now, it looks like Lily will have to give up this tribute. So first tribute going over to LGA Esports. Really well done by them.
So again, like, the aggression will pay off for LGA. I don't know if it will be enough to put them in the head, and so far it's not. But, if they can try to keep putting the irons to Virtus.PRO, they gotta play the LGA game. Right now, with those two takedowns, it's basically the Zeratul game. As he's been roaming back and forth, he's gonna go into that heavy auto attack, and now with the empowered shield from Rhaegar, I'm curious to see what other kind of big empowering talents we're gonna see for those auto attack builds for Zeratul today.
Still no talents coming out from Unstable. Hasn't picked any of them so far.
I think he's just trolling.
Yeah, at this point, it's just got to be disrespect, right? Like, you're not picking talents against your opponents to be like, I'm going to beat these guys without talents only. Like, there's no way you haven't picked 1, 4, and 7 at this point. So, interesting choice there coming out from Unstable. Taking a look at Franz in the mid lane. He does get the Gravity Lapse onto Zeratul. He does get the blink forward, but there comes Katsura with a blink in. The Polymorph does go down. Franz getting really low to BKB. Does get the Storm off, and that will be another kill. And BKB has to use that phase shift to get on out of there.
So I have been looking at the Brightwing builds going back and forth. Level 1, the Unfurling Spray for the range increase, and now with the Manic Pixie coming into that as well. Oh man, like, the heals from Brightwing are I just don't think they're going to be able to cut it, even with this build going forth.
Yeah, trying to get the heals in, but it's not going to be enough. The slow goes on the Katsura here. Don't know if it's going to be enough damage. The Blizzard does go down. Its last hit, and the Andy Landy is going to end up securing that kill. BKB gets really low with that Living Bomb. Here comes Joanna from above. Abathur hat is on him. He does end up getting that phase shift. Katsura comes in, needs to get the body block to absorb those Abathur shots, and that's going to be enough to keep him alive. Does draw the Lunar Flare. Good job from BKB. Backing out of Verasosa. Going to be the next to fall in this fight. 6 kills to 0. Good blink from Kuni-chen. Andy Landy continuing the chase, though, on the Deacon. It does look like they might have to back out here, but Rhaegar comes from above. He does have the chain heal to help keep the sustain up. Deacon getting really low here. The blink forward does end up happening, and Deacon gonna fall. 7 kills so far, Jester. We're 5 minutes in, and tributes are tied 1-1.
Yeah, and we're about to see those heroics as well from Virtus.PRO. So despite, that early aggression from LGA, it hasn't really gotten them anywhere whatsoever. Virtus.PRO still, 3 levels, 2 and a bit levels at this point between the teams. And, well, with the tribute coming up there as well, soon they're going to be threatening curses, and that's where we're going to see some big damage coming forth.
We saw Kel'Thas dying right there as level 10 is so close here for Virtus.PRO. They are doing a good job of zoning out LGA. Katsura comes up from below. That does end up delaying it for a second here. Now the zoning comes in. Jaina here, then some Wolves users. Water about to use on Verisos, so the slows come out. A Lunar Flare hitting only BKB, but Andy Lenny is getting pretty low. The Force Wall comes out from Tassadar. Deacon getting body blocked, but the Avatar Shield seemed to be a lot to help him out here. But Deacon knows, looks like he might end up falling. Fran's going to fall as well to that Shadow Assault. Zeratul, Kunichin in full retreat as last hit. They're going to secure the kill on Brightwing as well. Weird talents being taken here, Sean. Let me go ahead and go over them. We still don't have anything from Lily, but the other four have locked in their stuff.
Yeah, so it is going to be the Bloodlust. Again, it's all about the Zeratul right now. The Seasoned Marksman, the Empowering Shield from the Rhaegar, going into the Bloodlust and the Shadow Assault. Like, he's just going to be a machine gun. He's just going to get in your face, take you down, and just walk away. Oh, you're trying to run away? Force Wall? No problem. You still got away? Water Elemental and the slows coming out from Jaina. At level 4, she did go into the Snowstorm as well for the big range increase. And it's proven very useful. There's a lot of tight areas in and around these tributes. And, you know, it's Virtus.PRO's game again. Like, look at just the synergy.
The Bloodlust doing a lot of damage there. Shadow Assault not used as it was still on cooldown there, but the auto attack damage coming out from Tassadar, from Zeratul. I mean, it's the standard Zeratul build, so you want to, you're already going auto attack, and when you have those 40% extra attack speed, 30% movement speed, it's like the best day in the world for Zeratul. Like, I'm trying to see how much damage he's doing right now with that empowered charge, which is, and again, next 33 attacks do 30% additional damage. Zeratul is a scary monster when he has that Bloodlust, when he has that empowered charge. It's just so good. Now Verisosa gets dismounted by the Water Elemental. The Blink Force from Kunishen going to secure that kill. Still a 2-level lead right now. No kills on the end of LGA Esports. Andy Landy actually getting a bit greedy here, going for Franz and Katsura. They're actually going to back out, though, as they do not have 10 here. Shadow Assault is off cooldown, waiting for that engage. Not going to be going for it just yet.
Well, wow, 15 kills to 0 and still no talents there on the Lily. I mean, I feel like this actually just violates the nature of good sportsmanship, to just take 0 talents on a character.
Yeah, this is definitely like a disrespect play. We have a big push with this boss coming out here from Virtus.PRO. We do see Rhaegar getting stunned out by that Lunar Flare. Boss at half HP. The Blizzard goes down. The Root ends up hitting Brightwing as well. Verisosa gets hit by that Force Wall. He's going to go down here. Now level 13 on the verge here for Virtus.PRO as level 10 gets picked up here by LGA Esports. Standard Heroics. There we see Monstrosity, Blessed Shield, Phoenix, Emerald Wind. Still nothing from Tyrande just yet. But the Force Wall catching 3 people out of position here. Big Emerald Wind goes down. Fran's getting really low in the background, but it did disrupt Zeratul. Shadow Assault has been used. The Blind helping out a lot there. He missed all of his auto attacks on the Franz, and that keeping him alive so strong. The Lunar Flare comes out onto Zeratul. Kunichin does end up blinking out there. BKB getting really low, but the turnaround damage onto Deacon not going to be enough to secure the kill on him, and that was an insane engage. Really well played there from LGA Esports, losing nobody.
I think that, Virtus.PRO picking up the Lily has kind of thrown a big wrench to LGA, because they saw the Zeratul, they saw the auto attacks. Yes, the Johanna as an early pick into the draft for the Blind was a great idea, and they stole away the Abathur as well, because they didn't want to deal with an Abathur on the Zeratul. So those first picks finally, just kind of come back to it, but not having a Lily here as well has really just kind of curbed down a lot of blind potential and takeaway potential from that Zeratul. And coming into this, not even still a single talent for that Lily as the level 13s come in, but you are going to see a bit more aggression there from the Rhaegar. You see, I want to say Assassin's Blade.
Yes, Assassin's Blade. You're correct.
Did they change the icon on that?
I don't remember what the old icon used to be.
It used to be like his auto attack symbol, but alright. Yeah, so that is Assassin's Blade. He's just going straight out all damage that they can think of. They even got a Shrink Ray there from the Tassadar.
Yeah, that's going to help them secure that kill on Joanna when he overextends. Now it's going to be a curse here for Virtus.PRO, and they are starting their own boss. Zeratul getting stunned out a little bit there, but they are going to end up getting this down. Perfect time for that. And they are 1 fort down on the end of LGA Esports. The top keep did not end up falling. And they do scout that the boss is being taken with that owl, but no time, of course, to react. 2-level lead right now in favor of Virtus.PRO. And they're pushing in this bottom 4.
Well, I mean, they got a boss. Might as well. I mean, that you don't want to just kind of throw it to the wind, especially when red team is cursed at this point. Like, you have to, really push in on that one. And with 2-level lead coming into this, and multiple takedowns, and a boss, and a curse. I mean, it's just everything aces right now for Virtus.PRO.
Yeah, they're trying their best to defend. Here comes a huge flank coming out from Jaina. Water Elemental connects, doing a lot of damage, but now he's zoned out by Elmerone. Has to ice block. No big kills to keep him alive. Kunichan getting low. Big chain heal, keeping up Zeratul. Jaina, but that's going to be the death of Zeratul. But 3 members of LGA have fallen, and now Joanna is surrounded by 3 people, getting poked down really low. That is going to be a full wipe. Keep in mind that Abathur, of course, is their 5th, so not going to be present in this fight to be killed. The curse has ended. 3-level lead right now going up here for Virtus.PRO, and they are pushing into this bottom keep. I don't know if they're going to be able to do so much with it because the death timers are super low coming out from LGA.
Top keep is under fire there as well. In fact, actually, the top keep is gone. So not only did the curse allow a big team wipe and that fort, the keep as well now pushing in on top of this gate. It's just, again, like all aces going from Virtus.PRO. They got the 16 as well, and could you believe it's going to be a berserk on that Zeratul? He really is trying to be the best machine gun he can be.
That will be Northern Exposure as well on Jaina to get that extra 25% damage to help Zeratul burst whoever they're going down on. Won't be seen to lose this game. Deacon going on the front line, a good Blessed Shield connecting there. Nice fallout flame check. A good disengaging force wall here, but here comes Zeratul, and he is straight on the back and going straight on the Franz. He gets the aggressive blink forward, and Franz is dying so fast in this single Zeratul here. He is going to fall almost completely to Kunichan's damage.
It's just absolutely amazing what you can do as a machine gun, and it's just, as you said, how are these guys going to get kills pre-16? And so far, 1 to their name versus 22. They just absolutely haven't.
Yeah, it's so scary right now. Like this composition is dumpstering out the damage. Taking a look at hero damage, Jaina is just way on top right now. You know, that flank setup. There's constant 3 to 4 man blizzards. It's just so scary for her like letting team to deal with. And now we've got this kind of lull period where, you know, the tributes aren't spawning. Now, but there is that boss on the top right, Sean. That's where they're going to be looking to probably pressure us next.
Yeah, very likely. I mean, there's no keep to get in his way. There's no fort. It's going to go straight to core, and that's some big pressure that LGA will have to deal with, which will allow us, you know, not only get the fort mid, the keep bottom, maybe perhaps mid as well. They can find Abathur as well. I mean, it's just going to go from bad to worse. And BKB, he's going to be there. He will find those Abathur traps, so they know that it's a possibility at this point. And looks like Virtus is just going to swarm it.
If they're going straight onto the boss as the tribute spawns, but here comes LGA Esports. They don't have those 16 counts, but they're ready to fight. The sun goes out on the BKB. Here comes a big 4-man condemned. Everyone's stacked up on the Phoenix, but they're going to move out of it. And now the water melter goes out. Kunichan in the background. There's the bloodlust, and the damage is being Franz immediately ends up falling. A big blizzard doing a lot of damage. Kunichan looks like he's going to fall as well, but not before annihilating 4 members. A complete wipe for LGA at the loss of Zeratul. You know, when you give up that much healing, you have no talents on Lily. You don't have the ancestral healing on Rayar. Zeratul's a really easy kill target, but with how fast he is just throwing out the damage when he pops Berserk, it's just... He completely wipes the team.
I could have sworn that we actually went for clone, but now, now seeing that monstrosity there into the mid, yeah, Abathur. I mean, there's not much Abathur can kind of do about this. With everybody now down for the count and a boss marching down, this actually could be the core right here from Virtus.PRO as they do aim to just finish it all out. Abathur goes right into the bottom lane. That's cute, and he's going to try to soak as much as he can, but I think this is a done and done deal, Mr. Zoya.
Yeah, the force wall does got the zone out of the team. The boss is taking some decent damage here. Without Zeratul, they might not be able to end this unless they go in for the all-in. There's no Archon, but Lendy Dendy is doing as much as he can to burst down this core. The boss is at half HP. The core is at half HP. I think this should be enough. The sun goes out. Nice ice block coming out from Jaina to avoid that. BKB is just free-farming it in the back line, and yeah, this looks like it will be game and match. Virtus.PRO going to advance over LGA Esports 2-0.
18 levels of 0 talent Lily. The BM is real, my friend.
Yeah, definitely the BM is real. But they're able to pull out this win with this wonky composition with no talents on Lily. You know, just showing why they're one of the Titans of EU, playing extremely well in this set, able to win with these absurd situations. And you know, they're going to move on to the next match. I believe they play the winner of G2 and Kingwin. No. Kingwin and Puchek.
We got Kingwin and Puchek, yeah. So that will be the next match. We got a little bit of time before that scheduled starts, so it might be a few minutes break as we scramble to find the teams. But we got to say good game well played to LGA. I mean, they advanced through the qualifiers. They did earn their right to be here, but again, it's like doing an ESL Open or something here on the NA side, and then all of a sudden Tempo Storm's just there in the finals. It's like it's a heck of a match. Hopefully LGA learned a lot about drafting. They learned a little bit about cohesiveness and play. Virtus.PRO definitely looking very much on point. So if LGA go over those replays, they'll come back as a better, stronger team. Maybe next time they're going to have a little bit of a better shot taking on up against Virtus.PRO. But today we will say goodbye and good luck as we are now going to set up for Team Kingwin and Puchek. But Mr. Zoya, I believe we also have a giveaway that we're doing.
Yep, Steel Series is awesome enough to sponsor this event yet again. Now today we are giving away 2 Steel Series Sensei Raw, which is the mouse, as well as 2 Steel Series QCK, which is the mouse pad. All you have to do is tweet us with your Hitbox username and use the hashtag Stormgrounds in your tweet to join the Stormgrounds giveaway. And you get your chance to give away. We'll be doing a giveaway every day we play today, or every day we cast. Every day that there's a tournament, we're giving away stuff. So be ready for that, guys.
Yep. 3rd of August, 4th of August, 6th of August. Overall, 6 mice and 3 mouse pads. That's a lot of chances for you guys to go home with some swag. So, get to it. Social media awaits. And as we set up for this next match, it's a perfect time to go and do that tweeting because you are watching the Hitbox Stormgrounds powered by Steel Series. And when we return, we'll have the first draft of Team Kingwin and Puchek team ready to go. Come join us as Forecourt Jester and Zoya will be here ready and waiting. Talk to us in the chat there as well. Do not be afraid because Hitbox has quite the system here set up. So we'll be there and we'll see you guys in a few with the teams. See you then.